Well, would you look at that? Oh my god. Somebody slapped a bunch of blue on my bike. Crap, 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 stay. So yeah, wanted to paint the DR blue, so I did. And the nice thing is, it's Plastidip, so if I don't want it anywhere, I will be able to change that. Moment of truth. Put a new chain on. Oh my god. That is so smooth. Oh my god, that is so smooth. I Plastidip the moto. Today is my first day riding it around. Got a new chain. So as you can tell, this vlog's about Plastidipping. So, Plastidip is not like paint. It's not your typical kind of paint. Can't really spray it outside. I mean, this is all rattle can, which is like as good as it can be kind of thing. But it does go on a hell of a lot smoother, and it does do a lot better out of a can than normal conventional paint. So when you lay Plastidip, it's actually got to be pretty thick and pretty wet. So when you actually lay Plastidip, your first few coats are actually getting the plastic to bind to whatever it is that you're painting. So i.e. metal, other paint, whatever it is. You don't have to scuff up paint or anything like that. You just clean the surface really well. After you've cleaned the surface, you lay a really, really light coat. Basically, it barely changes the color of whatever it is. Getting the plastic to bind to whatever it's actually going to be adhering to. And think of this as like, you're just laying groundwork kind of thing. Your next coat is going to be the same thing. Your third coat is where it actually, like, all the magic starts to happen. And that's when things get really weird. That's when you're not painting like you normally paint. You paint wet and thick. You don't want it to run, and you'll know if you're too close. God. You'll know if you're too close because of the fact that the paint will either start to bubble or it'll start to run like crazy. You'll know when it's just right because it'll be wet, but it won't be terrible. Like, it won't look bad. It'll just look like you almost pushed it to the brink of running. That's basically where the sweet spot of this stuff is. If you're too far away, unfortunately, like I was, or too fast, actually too fast is really where I was going. It has this orange peely kind of texture, which I know this will all come off in like a month or something like that, or maybe a couple months. I kind of like the bike white now. It's kind of weird. I've not used Plastidip per se, but I used a plastic paint. The only reason I throw the term Plastidip out is because it's the brand name everybody knows. Plastic paint has been around for a bit. Krylon makes some. Plastidip is a company that specializes in that. I think I used Dupli. I can't remember. Either way, picked all the same company. Picked some gloss. Picked some blue, some red. That's why I had red the other day. And I've experimented with the red, and the color was a little out. I thought I could get a little closer and do a better job, but turns out it's really hard to do this. It's hard to be consistent. It is very much an art form, getting yourself used to being exactly as far away as you need to be. There are some spots on the bike that came out beautifully. The gas tank, I like the color. Everything else was okay, except for the fact that my, what was it? My tail section is not the same color. But since it is Plastidip, I can already start peeling stuff up if I want, which I don't want to. I'm gonna rock it for a while, see how long it lasts. Maybe I'll do my rims, have a nice red or fire orange or something like that. Like just a few stripes to make them look all funny or weird or something. But until then, I'm rocking the blue as long as I can. So some things I learned while I was doing this. One, getting the correct consistency is very hard. You will screw up your first project, whatever it is. You will screw it up a lot, which is fine. I mean, Plastidip is a learning experience, or painting in general is a learning experience. So dipping is even harder, and it's just kind of, it is what it is. You're just going to have to figure it out. That being said, laying paint is very, very difficult. You will screw it up. Do not worry, because it comes off very easily. Just do what you can, try and get as consistent as you can, and try and get that nice smooth look that you're going for. Second thing, paint in the right temperature. I painted when it was 80 degrees, and you're allowed to paint when it's 80 degrees. But then it started creeping up into the 90s, and it was 93. You're supposed to paint somewhere between like 72 and 90. And it was 50% humidity, which it's not supposed to be more than like 80 or something like that. So basically don't paint it in the rain. So that was okay, except for the fact that the temperature started to get a little high. It didn't really affect what I was doing. It just made the paint dry faster. So when it came out of the can, that's where I got the orange peel texture from, because I was doing really well right up until the temperature got blazing to hell hot. So as the liquid plastic flew out of the can, it was drying before it actually hits the object it's adhering to. Which is the problem I have with the orange peel texture on this thing. It's hard, because you're consistently trying to smooth that out, or keep that smooth. Another pro tip, if you think you're going to lay 4 or 5 coats, you're probably going to lay 8 or 9 or 12. I mean, you're going to do a lot. And basically I set myself up with a timer. Every 15 minutes I'd walk back outside and paint whatever I was painting. You just got to keep at it. I hope that cop doesn't pull me over. You guys enjoy your day. Hope those tips help you. And good luck on your dipping project. Mine came out pretty well. I hope you guys, your project comes out even better. See you later.